welcome to the channel. This is another Sims 4 Diversity CAS challenge in which we just are becoming more culturally aware. And I really love this series. We actually are almost done with this series. There's only a few more left. And so basically I used a number generator and picked from a list of nationalities on what to focus on this week. And this week it is South Africa, and it was actually requested by one of my lovely viewers, Chrissy. So thank you so much for requesting this. And if you don't know where South Africa is, well, it's the southernmost part of Africa, naturally. And it's officially called the Republic of South Africa, and its neighboring countries include Namibia, Botswana, and Zimbabwe, and on the east and northeast by Mozambique and Swaziland, and surrounding the Kingdom of Lesotho. South Africa is actually the 25th largest country in the world by land area, and of course, as I always do, I like to show you guys some reference pictures that I use to make our sim, and just showing you some of the wildlife and the rural areas and just some of the people in South Africa. It's actually a very diverse country, and it's a very beautiful country. But yeah, so it has close to 56 million people and is the world's 24th most populous nation. And South Africa is a multi-ethnic society which has a wide variety of cultures, languages, and religions. Its pluralistic makeup is reflected in the Constitution's recognition of 11 official languages, which is among the highest number of any country in the world. Also, I didn't actually know this, but several important scientific and technological developments have originated in South Africa. The first human-to-human heart transplant was performed by cardiac surgeon Christian Bernard at one of the hospitals in South Africa in 1967. So if it wasn't for him, we would not have heart-to-heart transplants today, which is really cool. The South Africans' majority still has a substantial number of rural inhabitants who lead, unfortunately, largely impoverished lives. But it is among these people that cultural traditions survive most strongly, as Africans have become increasingly urbanized and westernized. Aspects of traditional culture has unfortunately declined in South Africa, and members of the middle class who are predominantly white, but whose ranks include growing numbers of African, colored, and Indian people, have lifestyles similar in many respects to that of people found in Western Europe, North Africa, and Australia. South Africa's most popular sports are soccer or football, depending on where you're from, rugby, and cricket. And South African cuisine is heavily meat-based and has spawned the distinctly South African social gathering known as Braai. Correct me if I'm wrong in pronouncing that, but it's basically like a barbecue social gathering. And South Africa has also developed into a major wine producer with some of the best vineyards lying in the valleys around the country. But yeah, so that's basically a summary of the rundown of their culture and a little bit of the cool things that have come out of South Africa. It was actually surprisingly difficult to create a South African because there are so many different looking people, and you know, some are darker, some are lighter, some are indigenous almost, and some are more Western looking. So I tried to kind of create someone that was maybe mixed and kind of represented both aspects of South African culture and just the way that they look. So yeah, so here's Casey Adams. He's our model, and I really enjoyed creating him and learning more about South African culture and people. The other thing that was kind of difficult was finding good pictures of men who are South African. I don't know why this is, but it was mostly women and children that I found. And I don't know if, men in South Africa just don't like their picture taken, but yeah, it was pretty difficult. I actually found the most reference for a male South African in, like, I had to type in rugby fan, like South African rugby fan. So that's where I kind of found inspiration from. So yeah. And also, if you guys are Trevor Noah fans, he's actually South African as well, and he's mixed. So I took a little bit of inspiration from him as well. I'm a pretty big fan of his. I like his comedy, and I think he's on the Today Show, but yeah, love that guy. So for his athletic wear, I thought it would be kind of cool to maybe make him look like a rugby player or like a football player or soccer player, if you're from the US. Those sports seem to be really popular in the country, and so I wanted to reflect that in his athletic wear. But yeah, guys, we are almost done with his CAS. I'm just going to be doing his party wear and then his swimwear. I hope that you learned something new about South Africa, and I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching and for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure to give a like to this video if you liked it. Leave a comment for me, and I'll always answer you. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. And I will see you next time. Bye.